I'm going to share today what I was thinking, and it's about thinking for, how you think for yourself. And I'm talking about me, and I'm sharing out loud as you're sincerely listening to someone else that you totally disagree with, and how not to get what you think is negative or toxic in your soul while continuing to think for yourself and not ingest all that mess inside of you and become who they are. So I'm going to share what I have here according to research and stuff like that. So here is a research-based guide to why and how to develop these skills. I was looking at for me. So what happens when we don't and strategically want to protect ourselves from toxic or people that sabotaging you without mirroring their negativity. And so thinking for yourself isn't about disagreeing with others. It's like I got to think for myself, so I got to disagree with them. It's a path to genuinely understanding. It says philosophers emphasize that intellectual autonomy is inherently relational, not solitary. So you gain the deepest understanding by wrestling with evidence yourself and then engaging constructively with others' perspectives. And this goes on with critical thinking. When you regularly think for yourself, you strengthen your critical thinking and intellectual character, much like exercising a muscle or something. This is essential as consistently deferring to others can, get into the mind, right? Listening to opposing views help you learn new things. I know it has for me. That is a true statement. I've experienced that. Broadens your perspective and fosters patience. It's key to developing humility and flexibility, traits that build you. It becomes good for better problem solving, knowing and listening to other people with respectful disagreement. Encourage creativity and better solutions when all voices are heard. It's easier to solve complex problems. So here are some of the things that happens if we don't do this. If we don't listen to other people that we agree with. Narrow thinking and polarization. Only listening to those we agree with narrows our thinking and can enrich us in error, bias, or group think. I don't like that. Relationship breakdown. Chronic conflict and negative relationships lead to poor outcomes, increased delinquency, withdrawal, harm, while some disagreement and supportive relationship encourage growth and self-expressions. Vulnerability of manipulation. Not thinking independently can make one more susceptible to manipulation or sabotage by individuals or institutions. So true. Listening, disagreement, and all types of relationships, friendships, families, team members. Disagreement, when managed respectfully, can strengthen the bonds and clarify boundaries. The key is relationship quality and conflict management style, supported by evidence from developmental and social psychology. So in romantic and close partnerships, constructive disagreement helps redefine roles, and encourages growth, but high conflict or unresolved negativity causes harm. Across personalities and backgrounds, understanding someone's backstory or personality makes it easier to get along with their difficult behavior, right? It helps you to respond with empathy and not hostility. Like, why don't you agree with me? Or why do you think like that? Protecting your peace without adopting their dysfunction is possible. How to protect yourself without harming others. Of course, to set clear boundaries, assertiveness isn't aggression. State your needs and limits without guilt. Don't feel guilty, even when it disappoints or angers someone else. Depersonalize their behavior. Recognize that difficult people often act from their own pain, history, or fears, not because of you. This helps you keep your values and avoid unnecessary escalation. So active, non-judgmental listening. Practice genuine listening, even in disagreement. This doesn't mean you agree, but it diminishes escalation and helps de-escalate volatile situations. Summarize what you heard, ask clarifying questions, and only share your side after the other person feels heard. So seek solutions, not victory. Focus on finding common ground or a constructive outcome rather than winning an argument. In dangerous or toxic scenarios, maintain boundaries and seek outside help if necessary. Self-protection is huge. If someone is actively sabotaging or harming you, remain calm, set firm boundaries, seek support, whether it's HR, leadership, the authorities, and remove yourself if need be so. Never stoop to harmful retaliation. Protect yourself with integrity. So thinking for yourself is inseparable from the discipline of listening. Real intellectual and emotional growth happens through this dynamic exchange. Listening to those you disagree with teaches patience, empathy, and reveals unexpected solutions. Crucial for dealing with all kinds of people and all types of relationships. Boundaries and assertiveness protect you from harm, but empathy and patience prevent you from becoming like those who try to sabotage or control you. The greatest leaders, scientists, and peacemakers throughout history, from Socrates to modern psychologists, champion both independent thinking and generous listening as true markers of wisdom and strength. By living these principles, you build resilience, respect, and effectiveness in every relationship. Facing difficult people with wisdom, not fear. You can think for yourself and protect yourself, but always listen. Because every relationship, no matter how challenging, can teach you something valuable about yourself and the world. And I still struggle with this because there are topics that or just meeting people in the workplace that come in on a daily basis. And again, there's topics like just, you go like this, you know, and it's hard to discuss when they want to discuss it. But, and you have such a total different view. But when you know you must remain quiet and not, like, even when you start to give your view, it doesn't make any sense to, because you know it's not going to help. And you could tell when somebody is zoned in on it's their way or the highway, pretty much. But anyway, I was just thinking about that, and there's actually something deeper I was thinking about talking to someone, and they mentioned something from their past and the way they went about stuff. And it made me so sick. But I did want to go deeper into the conversation with them to just, get into the mind and where certain things come from. As working in a large hospital workplace environment, it is cool for me to understand and certain people and not dismiss people. Whether I agree with them or don't agree with them. So I'm just sharing out loud. Peace.
Stand like stone. Listen like rain. I've walked through the fire of 1,000 opinions. Tried to fit a mold but lost my own vision. They said fall in line but I broke from the chain. Now I walk with the truth, not the echo of shame. I hear voices clash like thunderous skies, but I've learned to listen without closing my eyes. That fury can't shake me, I still hold my ground. I'm not here to win but to stand my sound. Let them talk, let them scream, let the storm begin. I won't lose my soul just to try and fit in. I see through the noise, I will not be swayed. They can't steal the light I was born to create. I stand like stone, but I listen like rain. Strong in my soul, but I still feel the pain. Won't strike back just cause they throw the flame. I protect my peace and I rise again. I stand like stone, but I listen like rain. Taming the storm without going insane. Let them try to break me, I won't play their game. Cause I think for myself, and I know my name. Somewhere they fear like a sharp disguise, hiding their hurt behind bitter lies. But I won't hate what I don't understand. I'll draw a line, not a weapon in hand. I met the silence and stared down deceit, but I learned that sabotage won't defeat me. With every betrayal, I gather my truth. Now I wear my scars like the armor of proof. I won't be a mirror for the hate they throw. I let them talk, but my heart still grows. There's power and peace they just can't explain, but I win every time I don't give it a pain. I stand like stone, but I listen like rain. Rooted in real, through the hurt and the strain. I won't burn bridges with gasoline shame. I protect my soul, not play that game. I stand like stone, but I listen like rain. Still standing tall in the face of blame. Whatever they try, I remain the same. Cause I think for myself, and I know my name. Not everyone who fights you is your enemy. Not everyone who agrees is a friend. But if you know your truth and your mind stays free, you don't need revenge, you just transcend. I stand like stone, but I listen like rain. Clearing my soul, they can't twist my name. They built their walls, I built my flame. And I light the way with no shame. I stand like stone, but I listen like rain. Watch from the wounds, not chained to pain. They threw their shadows, but I remain. Ooh. Cause I think for my soul.